you ready for this? Let's go! Let's go!
Hello and welcome back everyone. J-Man here for another music reaction. I hope you're all doing well out there. So we are going to be continuing our journey through Nightwish's Yesterwynde album, and we're going to continue that with Hiraeth. So far I have definitely been enjoying this album. I feel like I've enjoyed it more and more as I've gotten further through it. Early on, I feel like Tuomas is definitely going through kind of a compositional shift or a theoretical shift in his compositions, which it just, when you're a fan of a band and you're used to a certain sound from them, I cut my teeth on the post Tarja Nightwish era. So first reactions were to Floor, and then we went back and we did a little bit of Annette, and then I did dig back into a little bit of the Tarja era. But I feel like, you know, the Nightwish that I think of is the Floor era Nightwish, and that early sort of heavier sound, more definitely fitting into that symphonic metal niche. And now with Human Nature and now Yesterwynde, it feels like we're shifting into a little bit of a different era in terms of Tuomas's writing and composition. And it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit to kind of acclimate yourself to that and adjust. But I definitely am, and I'm really, really loving it. It's a very sort of more subdued sound. There's still some heaviness there, still a little bit of grit there, but definitely more on the subdued side of things. And yeah, so like I said, so far, really enjoying it. Can't wait to get through the entire set list of this album so that I can go back and listen to the entire album from start to finish. Maybe we'll even do a little special live stream and do the full album listen, something like that. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in. But yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive on in and let's check out what they have for us with Hiraeth. Hiraeth. Hiraeth is the pronunciation, I believe. All right, so Nightwish, Hiraeth, let's get it. Hiraeth. Okay, thank you for clarifying that for me. My ear's not deceiving me. It sounds like Floor and Troy harmonizing, with maybe Troy a little higher in the mix.
Cloud high, step into this view, get that dance out of you. Never ending, longing for the waters, for a home that once was, for a ghost that songs, nights filled with light we don't see. Never.
Okay, so I'm seeing here, it's saying we're 3 minutes and 20 seconds in. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but we got a total of 6 minutes, so I do need to make a stop here. So yeah, very interesting start here. I'm not sure if that harmonizing in the beginning was what my ear was telling me, but I was getting hints of both Floor and Troy, and with Troy being a little bit forward in the mix. And then we came in with just Troy on the vocals, which that's definitely the first time we've heard a lead in from Troy, at least here on Yesterwynde. Yeah, very cool sort of tone going on there from Troy. And then we got a little bit of Floor adding in. We're back to these clay statues or whatever these statues are made of, which we've seen in other Yesterwynde videos. And there was a couple of lyrics that struck my mind, which was the thinking of the what ifs and the home that once was. So maybe this song we're talking about could be one of two things. Well, what ifs generally means something that we're thinking about where maybe we made the wrong choice, or what were the possible ways that this could have went other than the way that it did go. And longing for the home that once was, it's giving me vibes of maybe past regrets or lingering on old mistakes or something to that effect. I don't know. With Tuomas's lyrical writing, they're always very highly interpretational. He very rarely gives interviews and talks about the meanings of his music and things like that. So we're always left as the listener to make our own decisions in terms of what the real lyrical content is about. And I love that about their music. It's very thought-provoking, very interpretational. Each listener can have a different opinion of what's being talked about. And I think that that's awesome. It shows the perspective of the listener can have a great effect on what they draw from the art, right? And that's something that I really, really enjoy. So very much enjoying what I'm hearing so far. Liking that we're getting a little bit of Troy in here. So yeah, let's back it up a couple smidgen and let's keep going a little bit. Yeah, the bleeding bird singing song. Nights filled with light we don't see.
Longing for the waters, for a home that once was, for a ghost love lullaby, ever tending, water in the dead fields, living with a heart will tear the blue from shining on, never ending.
Boo and Kai getting in on the fun here. Clock ticking backwards. I've got to get one more pause in here, so let's just get it out of the way and then we can finish it out. So I noticed, and I don't know if it was there before, but this time in the second playthrough of the chorus, I heard this reference to Ghost Love. Is that a reference to Ghost Love Score? I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, I'm definitely getting this sense of longing for the past. You know, again, I'm not sure if this is thinking of the good things of the past or thinking about past mistakes, but it's definitely something focused on the past, right? Maybe we'll get a little more clarification as we go through the end of the song here, but yeah, it's a definitely an an interesting new sort of a sound for this album. This is the first album that we've got from Nightwish without Marco. Huge loss for me. Not that the band is, well, I personally I think that they are a little, they're missing something without Marco, right? There was that Marco touch that you got with his vocal play with Floor and just the contrast of his voice and hers. You know, Marco, I hope he's doing well out there, whatever he's doing. I know I've seen him out there making some music. I think he did like a couple of things with Tarja and some other stuff. So again, wish nothing the best but the best for Marco. But man, he was such a vital and amazing piece to this Nightwish puzzle that I'm still mourning a little bit that loss of Marco. Not to take anything away from Troy, and now that he's sort of that backing vocal, second vocalist in the band. I love me some Troy. Don't get me wrong. But anyway, sorry, got me down a rabbit hole there thinking about Marco. But I am enjoying this. Like I said, it's a definite shift in musical tonality and musical composition that is very interesting. So let's go ahead. Let's quit jibber jabbering and let's back it up a couple smidges and we'll finish it out. Clock's still ticking backwards. All right, let's break it down and talk about it a little bit. All right, so that was Nightwish's Hiraeth. Yeah, very, like I said, that had a different sort of a feel and tone from the rest of what I've heard from this album, from Yesterwynde so far. Um, Again, lyrically, it wasn't super heavy with lyrical content, but what they did say, again, it makes me feel like we're talking about longing for the past, or potentially there's a little bit of a feeling of maybe regretting some past decisions or something to that effect. But in the end, in that last third of the song, the music felt very hopeful. So, maybe, yeah, I don't know. Hard to decipher this one for me. I feel like a lot of Tuomas's compositions and lyrics, I feel like I can at least make a real strong um, attempt at what I think is going on. This one I'm just left a little bit in the puzzling sort of space with it, but doesn't detract from the piece overall. I think it was very beautiful. I loved getting some Troy singing in there, a little bit of floor backing vocal, very heavy on the sort of uh, orchestral side near the end. A lot of tuomas with some synth sounds and things like that. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying this journey through the new album and discovering sort of this new shift that Tuomas is going through. And, I feel like he is such a master. If you're talking about or thinking about the top musical composers, altogether composers of music of my era, of this modern era, I think you would be way off the mark if you didn't include Tuomas in the conversation for the best composers of music in this modern era. I think he is just a mastermind, and I love every step of the journey I've gone through with this band, and can't wait to see what they've got to come. Can't wait to hear the rest of the album. And so, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, please drop a like. If you haven't already subscribed, please do that. Ring that bell so you get notified when new content drops. I believe we did finally reach that 6,000 subscriber plateau that we've been reaching for. So thank you so much to everybody out there that's been a part of this journey with me, and learning more great music and new artists and new songs and all of this stuff. It's really been a blast, and I'm glad you've been here along the way with me. So I hope you all take care and you stay safe out there. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.